Hello and welcome back to Tech Talk. If your nightstand or desk looks like a spaghetti factory of chargers and USB cables, rest assured you aren't alone. I know, it's messy looking and it can be frustrating, especially if you're a bit of a neat freak like I am. Now the good news is it doesn't have to be this way. Today, we're going to be explaining the USB power delivery standard, as well as some other charging standards, and we're going to be explaining it in plain English, so you can finally understand what all the fuss is about and why these charging standards are important. And we're going to be reviewing the Sabrent VOLTIK 252W, a 252 watt USB charging station, and we're going to see how it can make life easier, simpler, cheaper, and safer. Now stick around. This might just clear up your USB charging clutter once and for all, and give you some much appreciated peace of mind. That's all coming up right now, right here on Tech Talk. Now let's start with the simple stuff that affects every single one of us. Most of us grew up with one charger per device, and let's face it, that worked fine for years. But when you think about it, for a long time we were told to only ever charge our devices with the provided charger, otherwise terrible things might happen. Not really, but that's what we were constantly being told. Now back then, you were typically provided a basic old USB charger, something that looks like this, and it put out about 5 volts and maybe just a few watts of power. It worked, but it did its job pretty slowly, and it's pretty inconvenient, let's face it. Now, if you had a higher power device, like a laptop, you're typically given a much more bulky charger, something like this. It's bulkier, it's got more cabling, but what it did do is it put out the needed volts and amperage to power that higher power device. The problem is these things are messy, and they're expensive to replace if they go missing or fail. Well, today, isn't it true that we've got more devices than ever that are charging via USB? Our phones, tablets, laptops, headphones, smartwatches, and a myriad of other devices all need different amounts of power in terms of both the voltage and amperage that they can accept. But the good news is that modern standards now let one charger talk to all of these very different devices and deliver exactly the right amount of power safely and quickly. So for users like you and I, this means faster charging without extra heat, fewer cables scattered all around your house, and no more buying a whole drawer of these stupid wall warts that, let's face it, nobody really likes. And besides that, you can never find one when you really need it. Now, being able to use a single charger for all these different devices also means never wondering whether your device is going to charge quickly or slowly or even at all, because you aren't sure if you're using the right charging adapter. So for folks who just want things to work without needing a computer science degree, that is a real game changer. And what's made all of this possible? Well, it's an absolute revolution in USB charging standards. That, when understood and used correctly, greatly simplifies things for us consumers. So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to briefly cover those charging standards and then look at how they work in a real-life use case using the Sabrent VOLTIK 252W USB charger. Now there are really 3 big USB charging standards you need to know, and I'm going to walk you through them one at a time here. The first is the old USB-A port, the regular USB charging standard. These rectangular USB-A ports, we all remember from years ago, without any quick charging capabilities, they usually topped out at around 7.5 watts of power. And that was great because they worked with a wide variety of devices, but that's not lots of power, so they charged pretty slowly by today's standards. Higher draw devices like laptops, often they won't charge at all through a USB-A port because it just doesn't provide enough power. Now the first major significant quick charging standard was Quick Charge, or QC, and it was a big step forward for many Android devices. It was introduced by Qualcomm, and it can deliver up to 18 watts through a USB-A port. Now it's true that Quick Charge isn't the newest or most common charging standard, but it's still around and it works great for a lot of devices and gadgets that make use of it. But the real game changer that I want you to remember is called USB Power Delivery, or USB PD, and it's growing by leaps and bounds. And USB PD is notable because it lets the charger and your device have a little conversation between them on the fly while they're charging. And what happens in that conversation is they agree on the voltage and amperage that they're going to charge at. It can be 5 volts, 9 volts, 15 volts, or even 20 volts. And in the case of this Sabrent VOLTIK 252W that we're looking at today, it can push up to 100 watts per port safely. Now, when you think about it, 100 watts, that's enough to charge a laptop, a tablet, and your phone probably all at the same time, which is a fantastic flexibility to have. Now, this Sabrent charger also supports quick charge, so it works with almost every device, including some of the older ones you may already own. Now, another great feature of the Sabrent charger, besides supporting quick charge and USB power delivery, is it supports the programmable power supply standard for PD-compliant devices. Now, that means it can dynamically adjust the supplied voltage and amperage in just tiny little increments to perfectly match the attached device's charging needs. Now, what this means for you is no more guessing which charger goes with which device, no more worrying about a charger damaging your device, no more buying separate chargers for multiple devices, and no more worrying about whether or not you're getting the right charge. So now that you understand how USB charging works and how the charger and device are able to have that conversation with each other to make sure the charging's done right, you're probably never going to look at USB chargers the same way again. And you're empowered to make better choices when it comes to USB charging infrastructure. Now, that's probably enough discussion about USB charging standards. Let's take a look at the Sabrent VOLTIK 252W 252 watt charging station. I really love this thing. I've taken it out of the box, and I got to tell you, when you pull it out, right away it feels really rugged. It's well built and solid, and I just love that. Now, what you get in this device is you get 2 pairs of USB-C ports and 4 USB-A charging ports. So there's 8 ports altogether, and it's in one neat desktop box. Now, total power output from this device is 252 watts. So that's 252 watts is the maximum you can draw from all 8 ports. So that's really more than enough to probably charge all of your family's devices at the same time. Now, each USB-C port can deliver up to 100 watts all by itself. Each pair of ports delivers a max of 118 watts. So if you're using both in a pair, you can have 50 watts coming from here, 60 from here, whatever combination you like, as long as that pair doesn't exceed 118 watts and each individual USB-C port doesn't exceed 100 watts. Now, the USB-A ports take up to 18 watts each. They're quick charge compatible, so your older devices are still perfectly happy charging on this device, and they'll charge relatively quickly. As you can see, there's also an LCD screen which tells you the wattage on each port and exactly how much each port is drawing, which I like as well. Now, this device is UL certified, really important for those of us in North America. You've got that electrical safety certification guaranteeing that this thing is going to be completely safe for you to plug into your home and just forget. Now, well, as I mentioned, this is a super compact unit. As you can see, there's enough performance here to charge every device in your home. And I really like how they've kept the design simple and clean. It's really easy to use. There's no flashing lights. There's nothing here to distract you. And if you're charging at night, you can actually turn the screen off entirely and your devices will still keep charging. That's a great option to have. So now let me show you how all this works in real life. If you look here on my desktop, I've got a plethora of items plugged into this Sabrent charger. What I've got here is I've got my old Android cell phone, a Samsung tablet, I've got a DJI Osmo Action 4 action camera, I've got 3 rechargeable LED lights, and I've got my laptop computer, all plugged in, all at the same time. What's cool is if you look at the screen on this device, I can see with each port exactly how much each device is taking. So I can see my phone is drawing about 15 watts, my tablet about 7 watts, my camera about 3.3 watts, my lights are about 7 watts, and my laptop, which is the big one, is 33.5 watts is what it's drawing right now. It's charging the battery and running all at the same time. So as you can see, this device can handle all of this charging without breaking a sweat. It does it really, really easily. There's no heat, there's no noise, there's no fan running. It's just really, really simple to use. What's really cool about this too is if you want more detail, you can press the button in the middle of the charger. So you see this is the main screen that tells you what each port is doing in terms of wattage. But if I do a short press, it starts cycling through each port to give me more details. So what I see on the first port, this is the port that's charging my Galaxy phone. It's running at 9.3 volts, about 1.8, 1.9 amps, and 29 degrees is the temperature of the unit. It's been charging for about 4 minutes. If I press the button again, that one's an empty port. Let's go to where my laptop is. There we go. Here's my laptop running 15.2 volts at 2.2 amps, giving me that 33 watts of draw. Device is still at 29 degrees. Now, I have left these devices prior to making this video plugged in like this, all drawing off this power block. I've had no issues with heat, no issues with noise. It's just really, really straightforward, simple charging that's ultra reliable. I think this is just a great device, and I'm a guy, I've got tons of stuff that I charge with this. I've got about 8 or 9 cameras that I use. I've got all my tablets, all my laptops, some of my lighting, my accent lighting from my little basement studio here. So I make good use of this device. And I really like being able to see the voltage and amperage, exactly how it's charging, because if you do have an issue with a device where you've got maybe a bad battery, you've got a charging issue, you're going to notice it in those settings. You're going to see it's not really charging the way it's supposed to be charging. So now really what it comes down to here is if you want a charger for travel, it is a little bit weighty, but it's a very compact size, just fine for travel. Or if you just want a charger for the house that'll charge absolutely everything, this thing is a real lifesaver. It does come with a wall mount in the box, so if having it on your desk doesn't work for you, you can put it up on the wall, you can tuck all your cables out of the way, make it a really nice, clean installation. So having looked in depth at this charging station then, who's it for and why should anybody care? Well, if you're tired of constantly hunting around for just the right charging block that'll charge your device the right way, or if you're sick of having extension cords everywhere with charging blocks all plugged into them because you're trying to charge a whole bunch of devices at once, then this charging station is absolutely for you. It makes things so much easier, so much more simple, so much more stress-free. That kind of convenience is absolutely worth paying a little bit for because it just lets you focus on other things. You can put this charging block in one spot in your home and just charge all your devices from there. No more hunting around looking for chargers, looking for a place to plug them in. Now there is one important thing to add about this device. I highly recommend having good quality USB cables to go along with it. If you're like me, you've got drawers full of USB cables, some of them are old, some are new, you have no idea what they're capable of. Well, for a high power charging station like this to work, you need to have cables that are capable of charging at that high power. So if you're going to use a station like this, and I highly recommend you do, I'd go to Amazon or wherever your favorite retailer is and buy some good cables. Cables that can do at least 10 gigabits per second of data transfer. If they're USB-A cables, they should be capable of at least 18 watts of power delivery. If they're USB-C cables, they should be capable of 100 watts of power delivery. That way you can plug them into pretty much anything that this charging station can feed and you won't have any issues. Now, once you've got those good cables, I highly recommend you throw out all your old cables because the problem with USB cables is they usually don't have any indication of what their capabilities are. So you don't want to start plugging all your devices into your charging station, find out it doesn't charge like you think, or it doesn't transfer data like you think, just because you're using old, crappy cables. Now, I'm going to put some links down below, both for the Sabrent VOLTIK charging station and for some decent USB cables, so you can check out the pricing on Amazon. I'll also have the link to Sabrent that gives you more information about this VOLTIK 252W charging station. So that wraps it up for this video. We've talked about USB charging standards, we've talked about the Sabrent VOLTIK charging station, and why I think it's a beneficial item to have around your house, and really helps to simplify your USB charging, and really helps to simplify your life in general. Now, if you have questions about what you've seen today, if you've got a comment, if you own this charging station and like to share your experience with it, don't forget to leave your comments down below. I love reading them and I get back to and respond to as many as I absolutely can. Don't forget as well, if you enjoyed this video, to hit that like button. Make sure you're getting notifications, subscribe to the channel. That helps me out a ton. Again, I'm Graham Hughes. This is Tech Talk. I'm going to look forward to seeing you on the next one.